Alright, so as I mentioned, we need to have components, separate components, that is for total and the cart. So the very first thing is I'm going to add a new folder here in the SRC. I'll say components, and there I do not create more folders. Straight away I create the cart.js and the total.js. Now the first thing is I need to first of all, let's say, start with the total component. So what I'll do is I'll just select this and paste the code here, but first of all I'll create the component. So I'll say total, and this is going to return the JSX. So I paste it here and I export total but as a default component. So this is done. The next thing is I need to create the cart component as well. So here I'll say the same thing and I will return the JSX, and at the end I'll say export default cart. Now I'll just go to the app.js, select the component, and I will cut this code and paste it here in this JSX. So our component is in a way ready. Of course, the moment you do this, it's going to break the functionality, but let's first of all check the output. So I'll go to the browser and you see that now the components are not getting displayed, right? Because I have not yet imported it. So let me do that. I will first of all import the cart component from components and the cart, and I will also import the total component from a similar path. So now we have imported. I'll write the cart here and total as well. It's not going to work, but let's go to the output and check. So it says that cart is not defined and total is not defined. The reason is, here you see that in the cart we are trying cart.map, but there is no such thing called cart, and for the total also the same case. Now this is where we need the props. We are going to pass the props here. So what I will do, I'll say I want to pass the cart, that is the value, in which I'm going to pass the cart, which is a local state here. As you can see, this is the cart state and this is the total state. So that's what we want to pass to the component as props. So here I'll say total is equal to total, and because we are receiving it as props, so I'll say props here, and props.cart is the right way, and with total also I'll say props and props.total. Now let me just save this and check the output, and now you see that it has started displaying it. Not only that, if I just select any of the value, the functionality is restored with the component based approach. Still, I have not made the total as a global value. I can make the cart also a global, but we will be just trying to make total as a global entity, not everything. So this is how you convert into cart and implement kind of prop drilling. This is not actually a very deep component architecture, but you get the idea that this is how you pass the data from component to component. Now in the coming chapters, we will try to make total as a global entity using the Context API.